Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome to this week's edition of the WBB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mike Sullivan, joined as always this week by head coach of the Hofstra women's basketball program, Krista Kilburn-Steveskey. Coach, how's everything going?
Good, Mike. I wish the snow would go away and I'll be doing really well.
Well, happy to talk about a winning streak right now, Coach. 3 in a row, huge weekend for your team. Just talk about how many positives come out of these couple of games.
A lot of it, just a major confidence builder for the young group. Showing what they're capable of doing and just a kind of a coming together of their chemistry on the floor. So, and to get some results of tight games that we had fallen the short end of the stick of. So I'm very proud of the group as a whole.
It started off with a 12-point home victory against UNCW. Let's jump first, though, to this road victory Sunday against Drexel.
Right.
Late layup by Krista Luciano gets you the win. The 3 freshmen were so good in that game. Just what did it take in that second half to pull out a win?
It took obviously a total team effort. I mean, you knew we started out on fire, and then we had some issues with having some upperclassmen in foul trouble. But it just took a lot of headiness, a lot of steady play in that second half, really handling their isolations. They went at ALO with Abby Riddick, 3 or 4 possessions down the stretch, and we just really never lost composure. Dynamic play, obviously, from Annie Payton. Couldn't be more proud of her. In her home stomping grounds, and well earned and well deserved for her in her career here at Hofstra. So, to have that culmination of everybody, you say Crystal hit the shot, Kelly has a double-double, Alo has 11 rebounds, Asia, no one could stop her attacking the basket. Everybody came in and provided good minutes, and that's when you start to come together.
It's tough in a 4-year career for players to pick out one game and say that was important in their growth. But for Alo, double digits in rebounds. Kelly, her first career double-double. Crystal, we've talked about the shot.
Yeah.
Is this a game that you think you'll look back on for this class of freshmen and say this could be a turning point for them?
Yeah, a really good point that you are bringing up with that, because they should feel like they can win in any environment. It's same court dimensions, same rim. We know as being experienced in the CAA, different environments, that's always a tough environment, but for them it's about playing the game, and I think that's probably what I was most proud of. We ran a nice play for Annie Payton, and Crystal just made a heady play at the end and was talking about some of the mismatches she was seeing throughout every timeout, when they were switching and things like that as well. But we work on a lot of things at the end of practices. We do a lot of situationals, but we always talk about contingencies. If we're trying to get the ball to AO, we're trying to get the ball inside to E. If you can't have that, what's going to happen next? So it's just insane heady play out of them as freshmen, and just a great mark on their career.
You've mentioned Annie Payton a few times already.
Yeah.
And the conference player of the week, double-digit points in both games, was huge Sunday against Drexel. What did you see from her?
Yeah, just a different mindset. I think that paying attention. I think we're hungry, and we're not thinking we're here or not thinking we're down here. We're just trying to find somewhere, as we're building forward. So, showing her film, letting her digest that. I think she's being more disciplined on the defensive end, so we just got to keep building on that part. But for her to be able to break out, she can score very well, and just very proud of her leadership on the floor too. When things were going one way, or Drexel hit a big 3 by Abby Riddick there late in the game, I just heard her screaming and pulling everybody together, and it's that type of emotion that you need at that point to not allow another shot being made. And I thought that's some of the leadership she's doing on the floor.
One quick point back to the UNCW game, the performance from Jaquel King-Gilchrist played so well, 11 points, set a career high in rebounds as well. Did you see something like that coming from her? Yeah,
completely. And it was unfortunate. She her first go around with Drexel, same way with Ruth, because Ruth didn't get a lot of minutes last year playing against Drexel. And but for Jaquel and Ruth both coming off a good win at Wilmington, but especially speaking about Jaquel, it was a little bit of a tighter ship in the Drexel game. It was a little bit of, you don't have that much time to play through a few things that you're going to eventually get, both players eventually get and understand. But if you allow Drexel to have a little bit of margin, so it became a little bit more of a defensive game, which Jaquel can obviously perform very well on that end too. So, that was the mark of having a great team like we do right now. Somebody might carry us a little bit more tonight, but yet you have great standout play, for someone like Jaquel. I was really, really happy. She's been giving us those moments. She's been that extra spark off the bench and the guards. So just can't be happy, more happy about that.
Let's look ahead to this week a little bit. You get a rematch with Towson on the road this time. First time out, 62-56 loss. It was a game that maybe you left some things out on the floor against the Tigers. Talk me through that first matchup. What can you take away from it?
Yeah, they're a good team. No matter what's happening with them right now, they have a lot of really good individual players, and I think sometimes we got a little bit too caught up in those individual players. So I think we need to play a good team defense as a whole against them. We let some folks, have some good nights. The Hines Allen kid obviously played very well. There's a lot of little things there that we've got to fix on the defensive end and do a much better job this time around. We felt like we, certainly left something slip away, but playing on their floor in a new court in a new environment. So, we're excited about that. It doesn't have any history in that gym. So let's just go down there and take care of business.
Their backcourt in terms of Johnson and McTiller especially one of the best in the conference. You
Yeah,
hold her to 5
she is.
of 21 the first time around. Is it just more of the same defensively against
Yeah,
them?
I mean, she is one of the best players in the league for sure. She is just dynamic, some of the things that she can do. So, we certainly, again, got to do enough here to contain her, because she's put them in a lot of positions to win here, especially of late.
Finally, Coach, you're at your highest point of the season, a 3-game winning streak. How do you continue it this week and get a couple more wins?
You have to really focus in on your defensive end on the road. Trying to outwork and out-hustle and really defend on the road, and just take care of the things that we can control. So that's what we're going to be our mindset this week, and getting everybody ready and just keep building that confidence off these wins.
The Hofstra Pride women's basketball team gets things started this week on the road Thursday against Towson. For head coach Krista Kilburn-Steveskey, I'm Mike Sullivan. Thanks for tuning in to the WB Mason Coaches Report.